Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Sympathy Kiss, continuing Yoshioka's route. It has been several days for me because it was all weekend and I didn't record this on Friday. Did I? I don't think I did. So I think it's been like 3 or 4 days. It might be longer because I started the route in our other game because like I am definitely not back to my normal like route here, route there, route, and now I'm not. I don't know. So it's been a while. I've no idea what the hell was happening, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, we knew Prince Boy from when we were young. His childhood love interest. Okay, great. Also, my recording software updated, and it's so annoying, and I hate it because now when I go to record, my entire software, which takes up most of my computer screen, has a giant red box around it, as if it's recording this and not it's capturing my capture card. I tested it, but I'm like, why does my entire program have to have a giant red fucking box around it? It's really distracting, and I don't like it. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Take it back. Why? Why? It's like, you are recording. Were people that like stupid and didn't know that they were recording or something? Like, I don't know, but it's just, I don't like, it's distracting and disjointing, and anyway, I'll get used to it, but right now it's irritating. Anyway, the weekend finally arrived. Okay, I don't remember what was happening, but the weekend finally arrived. I stood in front of the mirror, carefully applying my makeup. Were we going out with him again? Was it a fancy dinner? Because I think we missed fancy dinner because we had to work late, so then we went into a dive bar. And then now we're still going, and we were like, yeah, I'm worried that I'm not good enough to go to fancy dinner. Valid. And now we're fancy. I don't remember. It was the day Yoshioka invited me over to his house. Oh, right. He's like, you should come to my place. Right. Okay. Truthfully, I was terribly nervous, reckoning with the full implications. But since he'd been so cheerful about it, I couldn't bring myself to go back. My hand hovered over my lip gloss colors. A light pink one stuck out to me. I wondered if it was the right choice. My face is like the one on the right. I mean, it's a lip gloss, so unless it's like super pigmented, it's not like, you know, unless it's like we're talking like, are we talking light pink like in the 90s where it was like basically white and you looked horrible? Then don't do it. Like a normal light pink lip gloss is just adds a little bit of color. Okay. Is light pink your color? The answer is probably the happy face. I'm guessing because the choice that I scrolled up to is I want to concentrate on work. That was when we had the OA conversation, so my guide messed up. I'm guessing laughter is the right choice? Yeah, okay, alright. I saw the next answer. We have not gotten there yet, so. Okay, good choice. I grabbed it. It was too cute to pass up. Sliding the wand across my lips, I found it paired perfectly with my outfit. I left my apartment as soon as I finished my makeup and I got to the station in record time. Yoshioka insisted there was no need to get him anything, but I bought him a gift anyway. I clutched it as I waited for him. A bottle of Boone's Farm. It wasn't long before a familiar car pulled up to the curb. Good morning, Amasawa. Ooh, look at our outfit. Okay, alright, we're getting snazzy. I mean, we only see your top, but like... He called out to me with a warm smile. I hopped into the passenger seat quickly, not wanting to block traffic. Apologies for keeping you waiting. Well, shall we? It's kind of cute that he drove to pick you up to drive you back to his house instead of being like, just fucking get here. I nodded and tried to buckle myself more smoothly than last time, reaching over my shoulder for the belt. But... Oh, hello. We're getting a CG already, and are you grabbing my hand, sir? Yoshioka stilled my hand, then reached over my body to grab the seatbelt. It clicked as it locked into place. He's like, no. I couldn't get the door for you, but I can get your seatbelt. Sir? The fuck? This might be crossing the line here. And I don't mean in a bad way, but you know, there's like princely actions where you're like, no, that's so romantic and sweet. And then there's this where you're like, I can buckle my own seatbelt. I should feel like this is like romantic, but at the same time, I'm like slightly concerned. There's like a teeny little spot of red on the flag here. You know what I mean? you're like this could be bad. I mean, it's an Atome game, so like whatever you do, if you put me in a cage, I'm not gonna complain. Whatever. But like, it's one of those things where you're like, I can buckle my own seatbelt? Do you think I'm in? I know his seatbelt's like janky, so like whatever. They set it up, but still, it's weird. How was it? Not too tight. He had buckled the seatbelt for me again, like I'm a child. You know what I mean? It's concerning. CG's alright. It's alright. I mean, he's leaning in super close, which I like, but like, it's not his best CG. He's had way better ones. This is like it's not bad. This, if it was one of first, you'd be like, oh, okay, it's nice. Compared to the other ones he's had, it's like, this is awful. Which is just saying something, because his CGs have been like, fucking phenomenal and gorgeous. That there is literally nothing wrong with this one, and it's like, this is the worst one of yours, I think. They really love you, because they've given you amazing CGs. This is still, even if it's not my favorite of his, still slightly better than some of Kobase's CGs. They really, really hated that man, didn't they? They really didn't want to make him beautiful in his CGs. CGs could have been so hot, but they were like, why are you making him look awkward? Like, oh. God. You know, I don't think I'll forgive this game for, like, kind of ruining his CGs the way they did. I tried really hard, but it just makes me sadder the more I think about it. Damn it. Anyway. It was just like my first time in his car. Back then, my nerves, coupled with the dark night, prevented me from doing it myself. This time, he had reached over as if it were completely natural. She wasn't wrong about her lip gloss matching her shirt. She's wearing a light pink shirt. We had grown closer since then, so I felt even more flustered. Even so, I nodded, and Yoshioka flashed me a smile. Good. Off we go, then. Like, he's like, I'm surprised he didn't, like, bolt out of the car, open the door for you, close the door, and then buckle you in. Like, to go a little over the top. That would have been a little over the top. Yoshioka settled back into the driver's seat, and the car glided forward. Would you mind if we take the scenic route? It's a beautiful day. My day was open, so I said it wasn't a problem. His request prompted me to ask if he was fond of driving. Yeah, whenever I have the chance. Although my commute to work's so brief that I typically just walk. On sunny days like today, I'd like to take some detours to fully appreciate it and unwind. It's too bad you don't have a fucking convertible, but then my hair would get ruined, so. A soft smile played at his lips as the air conditioning gently teased his hair. I remarked that he seemed relaxed. Of course I am. You're in the car with me. He's smooth. I mean, you gotta give him that. His upbeat mood was infectious, but my heart fluttered, thinking about what the day could bring. It's not what the day brings, it's what the night brings. Okay, girl? I'm just saying, when this man wants to have sex with you, we say yes. I mean, it's just because he's hot, and it's an Atome game. I feel like sometimes I have to clarify myself, because otherwise it just sounds inappropriate and wrong, and like, what? He is not exactly our boss. I mean, we boned our boss, so like, whatever. How much further can we fall? After a 30-minute drive, we arrived at Yoshioka's house. I stepped out of the car. I'd expected something grandiose, yet I was still blown away. Nice. Oh, is that his little house outside right there? He's got the tiny little studio at back that's still probably bigger than every house that we have combined. I like, though, that they make it look like the size of, say, a normal house. You know what I mean? We can't really see how long it goes forward or if there's a little wing off to the left here. But you're like, this looks like standard. Like, your parents are rich, but, like, your house doesn't look... I mean, there is a grand piano in that fucking room downstairs. They made sure to put a fucking... No, You can see that through the window. You can't see jack fucking shit through the windows, but you can see the shadow of a piano. Listen, I'm just saying. Maybe now people can get pianos, but like, you were rich if you had a fucking grand piano in your fucking house when I was growing up. It's like, you have a piano? That shit's expensive. My grandfather had an organ. I suppose that's probably would have been like that thing was huge, but like, but you know what I mean? Like a grand piano like that shit ain't cheap. That's like, you know, I feel like you could walk into someone's house and they could have an entire wall of like guitars or something, and you'd be like, wow, okay, if you collect a grand piano, and you're like, fuck, you're rich. Like, I don't know what a grand piano costs. I really don't. What's the single banana, Michael? $10? Like, you know what I mean? But still, they made a point. But like, their house doesn't look massively huge. Like, it's a nice motherfucking house, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a normal McMansion in the suburbs around, like, in America, you know? But no, not many people have a guest house that back. I guess it's also just because maybe the distance we're away, because if you think how big it might look if you were a little person standing in front of that door. All right, so maybe it's slightly, but you know, I think you're expecting giant palatial estate, and this is like toned down from what you were expecting. She's like, it's still grandiose, and it's like, okay, you live in a tiny little studio, so yeah, anything's gonna look big. And this is definitely like way bigger than my house. My house might fit into the house out back. Maybe if you added a second story to it. But like, but still, you know what I mean? Well, my house is narrow. But you know what I mean? Like, I was expecting, like, Buckingham Palace, and we come up and you're like, oh, this is like normal rich people. Okay, that's fine. This is like normal rich people level. Like, not like, oh, those are like rich people's rich people. You know? It's everybody else's. Our POV people's rich people. So, yeah, alright. Everything was polished to look brand new. I mean, like it's gonna look run down. And the bright green garden was clearly tended by a professional. Again, if you got that kind of money, yeah. It was just like something you'd see in a magazine or a movie. I felt out of my depth. Here we are. Don't be too surprised. It only looks big on the outside. Oh, I'm sure. Also, like, I love the fact that you were wearing a coat like a shawl, sir. I was impressed with, like, the little traditional looking, like, buttons and collar and everything on your shirt. Also, your, like, sleeves are a little flared. That's kind of cute. Like, I like it, but I did not realize that your coat was just a decorative cape. I love it, though. It's ridiculous. He quickly returned from parking in the garage. I was certain he was just being humble about the house. I mean, don't get me wrong, wearing your jacket as a cape is kind of cool, but it's just not something I expected. My parents are currently overseas on business, so only the maid's home right now. Feel free to make yourself at home. Being told about an on-staff maid so casually was astounding. My heart tightened. You mean you pay someone to clean for you? Wait, you mean you clean? The guest house where I live is just over there. Yeah, I mean, we assumed that was his house. So wait. You're gonna take me into the main house? I thought we were going to your house, which is the guest house, basically. Yoshioka pointed to a one-story building that was small in comparison, still probably big enough to park several cars in there. It's pretty big, I'm sure. Although we referred to it as a guest house, it was essentially a second full-size home. Oh. Inside was a cozy space warmed by wooden accents. Please have a seat. I'll brew some tea. I moved to assist him, but he gently refused. You're my guest today. Please, allow me to take care of you. I pressed my lips together and reluctantly agreed to sit and wait. Don't worry, I saw the background. That's my princess. I'll be quick. Like, the pace has literally, like, you're like, okay, there's two books, a plant in the window, or, I'm sorry, that looks more like a reed diffuser in the window, and golf clubs. That's it. That's the only decor this man has. This is literally, like, the rug and the plant and the curtain, aside from the actual furniture, are literally just like the standard, like, okay, we decorate. Like, no, that doesn't even count. Like, that doesn't, like, no, no. Base game houses in The Sims have more decor than this. I'm just saying, sir. Get a personality. He disappeared into the kitchen. This guest house had everything he needed to live alone. It seemed less like he was living with his parents and more like he happened to live on the same property. I mean, we already knew that, though. That's exactly what it's been. Thank you for waiting. This tea is one of my favorites. I hope you find it as calming as I do. Yoshioka sat in a chair nearby and handed me the mug. The porcelain cup itself seemed quite valuable. My hand shook slightly. Are you still feeling nervous? He smiled wryly as his gaze flicked to my trembling hands. I'm a bit nervous myself. I've never had a woman over like this. And your parents aren't around. I scrambled to tidy the place up yesterday, so please don't look too closely. I'm sure I missed some things, like the cobwebs in the corner. Don't worry about it. The way he poked fun at himself released some of the tension from my shoulders. I don't think it'd be that hard to clean this place. It's not like you have a lot of shit to dust. Seriously. Not like my house where it's like, someone's coming over. When? No. I'm going to need at least 3 weeks to fucking dust. Alone. I have a lot of knickknacks and things, okay? I breathed in the fragrant aroma of the tea before sipping it and sighing happily. You like it. I'm so glad. I finally felt a little settled in. My eyes wandered around the room, and a small decoration on the TV caught my eye. It was a glass paperweight featuring a 3D laser engraving of a full moon. It stood out to me for good reason, because it's literally the only other decoration aside from all the golf clubs on the wall. Ah, the paperweight. I purchased that from the general store you told me about near the station. Yoshioka followed my gaze and explained. Like, recently? I don't mean to keep yawning, but for some reason I can't stop right now. I was charmed to know he visited the store I'd introduced him to. I was literally perfectly fine all day, despite the fact that I literally did nothing. I was perfectly fine, did not yawn for a second, and now I can't stop. But it seized my attention for a different reason, and I told him, Oh, you have the same one. Oh my god, we're like twins! Indeed, the full moon design enchanted me too. I said I was surprised we both picked it out on our own. It's gonna tie somehow back to our childhood and like a full moon or some shit. I see. That's delightful. Perhaps we have similar taste in decor. Yeah, exactly, because my house is wood paneled with bare bones furniture and golf clubs on the wall. It's exactly how I decorate, to be fair. This isn't even a bachelor pad. This is literally like a 70s pool house. You know what I mean? Where like you had like a little guest area or something, or like a garage that you converted or something, and it's like it's got the wood paneling, and you got like a futon and maybe a chair. You threw down this outdoor rug. That's what it looks like. You maybe threw a plant in the corner, and there's a foosball table or maybe a pool table or something over in the corner, and then that's basically it. And it's like that's where the kids can go hang out. Or like again, it's an old TV, like one of the ones with the giant, like the super old, not a flat screen, like for God's sakes, actually, probably in ye olde days, it was like a fucking black and white TV, and there was no remote. You had to go flip and get 4 channels, and everything was fuzzy and crappy because it's the TV your parents had from like 1966, and it's just this giant honk of a thing in the frickin' garage house that your parents like. That's where the kids can go play. If you were lucky, you had a TV that you could plug your Super Nintendo into. I'm just saying. This man doesn't know how to decorate. With the money your family has, you'd think you'd pay someone. I mean, for God's sakes. Even Kobase, who probably never spends any... He comes home to go to bed. He spends 98% of his life at work. Still has a nicely decorated house compared to this. This man is loaded. What the fuck is this? Like, what is this? I mean, I don't want to go in and it's like, oh, it's like fancy fucking shit with like velvet on the wall. Actually, some flocked wallpaper would do you good, sir. But you know what I mean? Like, I just expect it not to look like guest room at a frat house. Like, where it's literally like leftover furniture from a yard sale or that you picked up on the street corner for free. Not even Craigslist, because that was too much work. You just were like, oh, hey, futon's by the trash. Take it. You know what I mean? Seriously. I mean, his furniture's not that bad, but it does look like... I'm only making fun of it because it literally looks like the futon I have in my guest room that we fucking has been in my family for like... I want to be like 30 motherfucking years. Except for instead of it being white, it's got a 80s looking floral pattern, despite the fact that it is not from the 80s. Clearly. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, it's got like, but you know what I mean? And the mattress is definitely getting like, run up. But like, it's got the plain metal wood, not metal, but plain wood frame like this, where you're like, it's basic as fuck. It serves a purpose, but it's basic wood. Like, I don't. There's something so, and when you go minimal, it's just something about it is just cold and unwelcoming. You know, like I don't know what it is. It's base game Sims furniture. It's seriously this man's house. Like, I... Sir, you have money. Even if you don't want to take your parents' money, you're making your own. Please decorate your house aside from the golf club. Seriously. Anyway, how about we go together next time? That'd be fun to browse with you. Maybe you could actually buy, like, something else to decorate your house with. Do you have any questions about anything else? There's literally nothing else aside from the tree in the corner. Thank God it's still alive. And the reed diffuser in the window. And the golf clubs. I mean, I gave the room another once over. You like plants? The answer is you like a lot. That's a lot of golf clubs. That's the only reason the golf clubs didn't. I saw that, and then when I'm like, oh, yep, there they are. Okay. You like plants. There's one plant here, so you like plant. Singular. Because the thing in the window literally looks like a reed diffuser. It does not look like a plant. Like, look at it. I mean, look at it. That is just a jar with sticks in it. That's not a plant. That is literally like you put the fragrance and it diffuses through. Like, we all know what those are. Again, who designed your room? 1996? Because has anyone had a reed diffuser since the 90s? Maybe early 2000s. Has anyone had? Do people still have those? I'm throwing so much shade at this man. Kohei lived with his mom and his siblings, and his room had more personality than this fucking, like, pool house room. Like, what the fuck? I wouldn't have even made fun of Kohei if he had, like, tractor sheets on his bed. He was like, oh, are those race car sheets? Listen, I've had them since I was 6. I wouldn't have made fun of him. I'm a grown-ass adult, and I have cupcake sheets, okay? Queen-size cupcake sheets. Damn well bet. The second I saw those, I was like, hell yeah! I want cupcake sheets. Why do kids get fun sheets? I wouldn't begrudge this man goofy sheets on his bed, but, like, literally nothing in here but golf clubs and a paperweight? Ooh. I'm glad we had a couple parts with you before now, because otherwise I'd be like, this man's boring as fuck. Golf clubs. Oh, those? Like he didn't know they were there. I nodded. They were the first thing I noticed upon walking into his house. Also, golf is the most boring fucking sport ever. So, like, Jesus. It's not helping your case. He has good, like, interesting stuff when we're going through the route, but I have to be honest. A couple of days not doing Kobase's route, it was like, I really need to get back to my boss boyfriend, okay? I forget Yoshioka exists. When we're in his route, it's cute, and he's adorable, and he has beautiful CGs, but he's kind of fucking boring. I know we're only at the beginning, but I'm also like, oh, yeah, we have to record. I'm not like... It hasn't... Like, when we're here, we're having fun. I'm having fun making fun of him right now. I really am. Like, but the golf clubs and your boring decor are not helping me not find you boring. Like, yes, like, I don't mind. Like, I think it's the princely thing. Like, oh, he's so princely and charming and you knew him as a kid. I'm like, okay, that's intriguing and fun, but we gotta do more than this, right? Because otherwise it's like, okay, you're kind of just vanilla. And don't get me wrong, I like vanilla. I'm not a chocolate person unless it's dark chocolate. If I'm gonna have like ice cream or something, I would prefer vanilla. I can put peanut butter with it and it would be better. I just am not a huge chocolate person. So again, but like when it's coming to a love interest, it's like you're just kind of vanilla. I don't know. Can we throw some like cookie dough inside of this or something and make it a little more exciting? I don't know. Anyway, Melissa, well, are you interested in golf? Oh, sweet Jesus. I was already tired before. Don't make me fall asleep. I didn't care for it in my early 20s. But when I graduated college, my boss told me it would be beneficial for networking, so I picked it up. I feel bad for this man. You were boring because everybody has forced you to be boring. That's exactly what it is. Like, oh, it'd be beneficial for me to be bland. Oh, you're blander than white bread. I struggled to understand the nuances at first, and as you can see, there are so many types of clubs. That's how she probably feels about all the, like, silverware at a fancy dinner. What are there, like 86 forks on the table, like 12 spoons, 14 different types of knives, 3 different ones for butter because you got to use them for different things. You got to cut the butter with one, and then you got to scoop the butter with a different one, and then spread it on your bread with a third one. I mean, I know that's not true, but like, it sounded feasible for a hot second. You were like, no, it sounds about right for rich people. It sounds stupid enough to be rich people coded, doesn't it? Anyway, it took me about 2 or 3 years before I really started to enjoy it. Oh, so now you're fully in the boring. Okay. The best things take time, after all. I've collected a lot of clubs over the years, but perhaps I've gone a bit overboard. Most people don't hang them on the wall like that, but maybe that's how you're supposed to store them. I don't know. He looked troubled about wasting money. I couldn't help but laugh. It was the same face I made when I fussed about overspending. Hearing all that made me ask about how he usually passed his time. Oh, time here, sorry. How do I spend my time? Oh, I enjoy listening to classical music. Okay. I played violin in the past, so it became a habit of mine. Alright, I mean, the violin thing's intriguing. Sure. But like I play golf and I only listen to classical music and I'm also rich. Are we trying to make him the most stereotypical rich boy ever? Aside from the playing violin, it's slightly different. I'm surprised it's not like, oh, I know how to play the piano. I'm a classically trained pianist. Okay, yeah, all right. I mean, that would still be impressive because I'm sure that takes a lot of time. But as, rich ass motherfucker, you're like, yeah, no, I expect you to know some shit like that. I don't know. It just seems very stereotypical for like rich people in media. Violin's slightly different, but the only thing making you exciting right now, because golf is boring. Now that he mentioned it, I noticed some large audio equipment and a set of expensive looking headphones. Those headphones have truly incredible sound quality. Would you care to try them? You live alone and could absolutely blast the classical music out in your house. I nodded enthusiastically, and he got up to fetch them. Would you mind pulling your hair back just a little? I moved my hair aside to expose my ears, and Yoshioka gently positioned the headphones over them, because I can't put them on myself. As Yoshioka's fingers brushed against my ears, a wave of warmth flushed over them. I mean, it's just because it's supposed to be more romantic, but I'll play the music now. Tell me if it's too loud. Then the elegant strains of violin music flowed from the headphones. I was shocked by how much the sound quality could be affected by using different equipment. Once the melody concluded, I removed the headphones and shared my thoughts about the experience. Well, maybe that's it. He gets better sound quality, like listening to the headphones, than just listening, because the acoustics in this place aren't the same. Whatever. We're just plebs who don't know shit about music, so we don't have the same or I don't have the same standards as an audiophile, okay? I'm like, it sounds fine. I have to get my very fancy, expensive headphones to go listen to my audio, but it sounds fine on my $5 fucking headphones that are kind of mangled and falling apart that I use a headphone jack for. Okay? Like, I'm all about the cheap shit. I'm not spending a fuck ton of money on earbuds where I'm gonna lose one. It's gonna go flying out of my ear. I'm gonna lose it. Amazing, isn't it? Classical music is particularly influenced by the quality of your sound equipment. Okay. Alright, I'll believe you. I've never regretted that purchase. I added that the music itself was exceptional as well, if he says he played it. That's what I was expecting. I'm glad you liked it so much. I was really expecting when she listened to the music for it to be like, oh, that's, a violin. It's his recording. It's him playing. So I wonder. Yoshioka smiled, then reached out to brush his hand through my hair. Excuse me? I didn't say you could touch me, but keep going. His touch was gentle and comforting, yet my heart still faltered. Dazed, I felt myself wanting to lean into his touch. Do it. I'll let you do it. Amasawa, you can move now. As he spoke, Yoshioka withdrew his hand. Disappointment twisted in me. Before I knew it, I reached to stop him. Huh? What's wrong? I fixed your hair. I suddenly realized that Yoshioka wasn't pampering me. He was smoothing out my hair after the headphones disheveled it. Embarrassed by my misunderstanding, I immediately released his wrist, trying to play it off as nothing. Did you think I was playing with your hair? He's like, the look on his face is like, did you think I was playing with your hair? Because, no. That's seriously the look he's giving us right now. And since you pulled me, does that mean you wanted me to keep doing it? He kept asking questions faster than my brain could come up with responses. Don't worry about it, just nod or grunt or something, he'll get the hint. I couldn't think of an excuse or hide my rising blush, so I nodded. And then he turned neon red. You're so adorable. Come here. I mean, to be fair, he constantly calls us adorable, but every time he turns neon red, it's kind of adorable, so I am here for that. With that, Yoshioka drew me into his arms. His actions were as graceful as one would expect from a gentleman, yet there was an underlying assertiveness to them. That's what I want. Let's get the naughty boy out. As long as you're okay with it, I'll stroke your head and spoil you to your heart's content. Where would you like me to touch you? Will you tell me? Oh, and now he's saying things that are wildly inappropriate. This is what I'm saying. When you're here and you're doing these moments, we're having a good time. Stop being boring, though. Let's keep it here. Keep being a little spicy. I need this. You just threw some chili peppers into the vanilla, and this is what we want. It's a weird combination, but it's better. The questions poured from his lips like honey, and the sweetness was dizzying. Oh, see, that's good. Get intoxicated, and then you won't feel weird about telling him all the places you want him to touch you. A heady mix of embarrassment and happiness pleasantly swirled through my head. I told him it was okay and attempted to wriggle away, but Yoshioka held me tight, searching my eyes. No, you wanted me to touch you, didn't you? You don't have to be shy. Tell me where. Sir, you know I'm not going to be able to read these lines. No matter how much I wanted to tell him, the words wouldn't come out. Everywhere works. That works, and it's a lot easier to say. As I stared at him in a flustered silence, he breathed out a sigh. If you won't tell me, I suppose there's no other way. I thought he might release me, but I remained locked in his arms. Oh, he's going to touch you everywhere and find out what makes you scream. I mean, good. I'll try out different spots. And if you don't like it, just say no. And I'll only do what feels good to you. If this does not... How? This game is gonna cockblock us, I know it is, because this is turning into sexy times in the pool house. Okay? Whatever. I'm okay, it's fine. It's fine. Your decor is sad, but this is spicy, and I'm here for this. But the game is gonna cockblock us, and we are not getting boned by this man. And it's so rude. So rude! I looked up at Yoshioka in disbelief, and he met my gaze with his typical radiant smile. I want to fulfill my princess's desires. If the princess is too shy to say what she wants, that's up to the prince to figure it out, right? Oh, then my lips are sealed. I'm not going to say anything. You'll just have to know by the sounds of my gasps and moans, sir. So wrong. When he says it with that irresistible smile, I can only nod intently. Let's start with your head. Oh, he's starting at the top and working his way down. True to his word, Yoshioka's fingers delicately drew through my scalp. Your hair's so beautiful. I swear I could touch it forever. Since I was nearly on his lap, every touch was magnetic, and I pressed closer to his body. His physique was unexpectedly solid. I'm sure he has, the golfing, you gotta have some physical stamina to do that, and I'm sure, upper body strength, in a way. Not, super buff, Muscle Man, but you gotta be some toned, because, and, 18 holes and lugging things, and, well, you probably have a cart and whatever, but I'm just saying. It's a boring sport, but that doesn't mean it doesn't take skill or some physical strength, so. I'm sure he also goes to the gym. I felt like I was going to go mad with embarrassment, or desire, or both. Being touched by him was so intoxicating, I didn't want to stop it. Next, all about your face. I don't want to ruin your makeup, though, so I'll be gentle. Yoshioka's hands trailed down. His long fingers traced the contours of my face, and a tingling sensation shot through my body like electricity. His touch was so delicate, it left me yearning for more. Then he slowly tipped at my chin. You better kiss me. I noticed it earlier, but your lip gloss is different today, isn't it? You pay an awful lot of attention to my mouth. I'm okay with this. I'm just saying. I'm pointing it out. Bright colors suit you well. You look absolutely stunning. May I have a closer look? Oh, if closer look means you're gonna kiss me, fuck yes. He was only inches away from my lips. My breath hitched. I'm just saying, he is a suave motherfucker. You might have boring hobbies and be very, this is what you need to keep doing, though. Because, he's like, I play golf, and I do everything everybody tells me to, and it's like, you're getting a little boring. And then he's like this, and then you're like, and here's the interesting. This you just need to keep doing. This. We need to just keep having sensual time. Okay? You need to keep teasing me. Because, this is where it's interesting. I don't care how vanilla you are, because right now you're being chili peppers. You spicy. I stammered out a thank you to his compliments, my cheeks reddening. Allow your neck. Oh. His hands descended to caress my neck. It tickled and I squirmed. You're ticklish there. You're adorable when you're flustered. Well, I must be adorable all the time. Well, that face makes me want to tease you even more. But I don't want to upset you, so I'll refrain. Gingerly, his hand slid to my shoulder. You seem a bit tense here. Sitting at a desk can do that to you. Do you know what? That Tempesty is a massage room. Feel free to use it any time. I'm sorry, your fucking job has a massage room? With, a person that massages me? Shit! I want to go work here. You might have the dumbest company name, but, you got some swanky perks. One of them being, that your boss does this. Istario also has the sexy boss that feels you up too, so, but we don't have a massage room, so. Well, I do love Kobase, though. I do love my bitchy boss babe. It's a tough choice. Those words sliced the romantic tension like a knife, sounding like a business pitch to cure my stiff shoulders. The shift was comical. In that moment of distraction, I was wide open. Next, your back. As his hand glided to my back, an exhilarating feeling shot up my spine, and the slightest moan escaped my lips. Oh. Look at how neon he is. He's like, doo-doo-doo, and then you're you moan, and he freaks the fuck out. Actually, kind of adorable. Startled, Yoshioka quickly pulled away. We stared at each other with wide eyes and burning cheeks. If you did not think that sound was going to escape my lips at some point in this exploration, sir, I question your sanity. Hello? He's like, I didn't know what I was doing. Really? Really? The embarrassment was so intense, I wanted to disappear. Sorry, Amasawa. I may have gotten carried away. We can forget about that. No, we can't. I managed a small nod. What if I said I don't want to? They're both chicken shit. It was my fault in the first place. I'd welcomed his touch and I wanted more and more. He did invite you to his house and you're alone, so like, what the fuck?
Well, it's getting late. Thank you for spending the day with me. I'll drive you home.
Things had grown a bit awkward, but we managed to regain our composure by conversing about other things.
I'm really glad you came today, Amasawa. That was the perfect way to relax.
I don't know if I would say it was the perfect way to relax. A good way, but I could think of other good things. I wondered if that was truly the case. Given how much he spoiled me, it felt like it had been more of a treat for me. With that in mind, I made a suggestion.
What? You want to pamper me?
Oh, she wants to get fondly with him. Yoshioka looked surprised as I explained further. Since I had been the target of his care and attention all day, it seemed only right for me to reciprocate. He seemed stupefied, but he eventually smiled and agreed. Perhaps he wanted to grant me this after my little scene.
Very well. If you insist, I'll indulge.
Would we get a CG of this? Oh, we do. Oh. See, and then look how beautiful he is in this one. Yoshioka moved beside me on the sofa and let his head slowly fall onto my shoulder.
I know I'm a bit heavy, but please bear with me.
His weight pressed into me, but he was careful not to lean on me entirely. He seemed so hesitant. His cheek hardly touched me, and his hair tickled my neck.
I both want to spoil you and be spoiled by you.
I mean, that's how partnerships work.
It's odd how strongly I desire both of those things.
And again, you can have both of those things. It's not a give or take, it's a give and take.
I've never felt more at peace than when I'm with you.
I wondered if he was carrying more stress from work and his family than I knew. And when we were together, he was able to detach himself from all those things. I wanted to do whatever I could to help him relax. I patted his head gently. He stiffened for a moment, then chuckled.
Oh, it's been a while since anyone pet my head. I think the last time was when I was a child.
Perhaps I went too far. I froze, not wanting to make any unnecessary moves, but then the weight on my shoulder grew heavier.
This is quite pleasant.
With that faint murmur, I glanced down at Yoshioka. Is he going to fall asleep? Well, his eyes are closed, yep. I couldn't tell if he was merely resting his eyes or had dozed off, but I felt so happy that he trusted me enough to do this. I wanted him to rest a bit more, so I turned my gaze to the window, watching as the sky shifted into vibrant hues of orange. Like, it's just weird because she's just sitting there. But it's like, she'd be like stroking his head or something, A few weeks passed. Fucking really? Good morning, Amasawa. Director Yoshioka would like to speak with you in his office about the materials he requested. Yeah, I bet. I can handle the correspondence you're working on, so don't worry about that. I thanked her and started gathering the materials Yoshioka had asked for. Recently, the employees at Sympathy had been relying on me more often. And they were also providing me with more and more support. I got the feeling that they recognized my hard work, and I was very proud of that. They were like, this is the boss's girl toy at work, so we've got to be nice. Once I finished assembling everything, I made my way to Yoshioka's desk.
Thank you very much. Let's go over these together.
Yoshioka always remained professional at work, and the rumors about us completely died down. I felt like things were finally starting to fall into place between us, both at work and personally. And then we're going to throw a wrench into the works.
All done with the meeting.
After we wrapped up a meeting with a partner firm, Yoshioka took a seat. Given that we had back-to-back meetings all morning, he must have been quite tired.
I ought to get better at handling all these responsibilities. Things will only get busier when I take over the company. Well, let's take a little break, shall we?
I hurried to prepare some tea and brought back 2 steaming cups.
Thank you. I've had a jam-packed schedule since last week. Things should calm down by next week. I just need to power through. Even so, I'm exhausted.
Take care of him. Sit next to him. Take care of him. I mean, take care of him sounds wildly inappropriate. If it means, like, give him a little shoulder rub a little bit, you know, pat him on the head, slide under the table, and never mind, take care of him. You know what I mean? Like, take care of him as some wildly inappropriate, you know, insinuations. Could also, like, take care of him. Like, I'll take care of him and shove him out the window. You know what I mean? Like, can mean all sorts of things. I'm taking it as the, like, sexually inappropriate shit that you shouldn't do to your boss at work. You know. Because, like, sit next to him, that's boring. No, sit next to him. Shelby's got the boring answers. God, even the answers in this one are boring sometimes. He gets spicy with us. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Buttface needs a potty break. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, Boogerface. We gotta walk, and it's because the cord, we gotta get oh, now it's all in a tangle. He's like, I'm gonna get smacked with the cord. It's because you're on my hand, because I don't trust you. At least if you poop, it goes on the floor now instead of all over me. There you go. Good boy. I know, you've been holding that. Well, you were napping gently under my chin, and then you all of a sudden just got fidgety, and then you were sitting on my knee, and then he, like, you can tell. You can tell, because he doesn't just sit normally. He sits and he squishes his butt down like, oh, God. That's his version of the potty dance. You're like, all right, you gotta go. And we didn't unplug the heads. You know, getting this longer cord was so much nicer. Anyway. All right, Booger, you go back to taking a nap or being feisty or something. I don't know. Seeing him so overwhelmed, I was determined to try and lift his spirits. With that in mind, I sat next to Yoshioka and pulled his head toward me. Okay, so it's kind of like take care of him. I mean, I was going to be like, oh, just sit next to him and chat with him is more work appropriate, but yeah. And once again, Yoshioka rested his head on my shoulder, just as he did at his house.
So you're going to spoil me. Well, now I'm getting a bit nervous. You're far too kind. I'd be no wonder if you were the object of every man's affection.
I mean, so far I've picked up 3 at my other job. And 1 other one here, potentially. We haven't dated him yet.
Oh, I'm the only one. I see. I see.
After a pause, he rolled his chair away from me. Like, it's like, yeah, you're the only one that pays attention to me. We haven't really said we're dating the man yet, to be fair. We're getting a little presumptuous. I mean, after everything that's happened, it's kind of like, could we just settle this and say we're dating? Because, like, you don't do this shit with casual acquaintances or your boss.
Amasawa, would you indulge me with your company? I'd love to have dinner next weekend. I told you about my favorite restaurant, correct? I know I can get through all this if I have something with you to look forward to.
I liked the idea of giving him something to look forward to, but I expressed concern about how high class the restaurant might be. It's fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
There's no need for you to worry. Oh, you're worried about an outfit? Just come as you are.
Yoshioka held his hand to his chin thoughtfully before his expression brightened.
Oh, how about we go shopping? Perhaps I could help you pick something out.
I was like, when he's like, he starts thinking, I'm like, if he buys me a goddamn gown to wear to this establishment, sold. I'm okay. Listen, I can be easily bought, okay? He's rich, he's hot, it might seem a little boring, but then he gets really spicy real fast. And, like, he's gonna buy me a pretty dress? Dress me up as much as you want. I'm okay with this. As long as you're not like, well, you're not allowed to wear the clothes that you like. You can only dress. No, and he's not like that, so it's fine.
Shopping, then dinner. That sounds like quite a fine date, doesn't it?
And he keeps calling them dates, so, like, I mean, like, can we just say that we're officially dating? Because, like, the rumors have died down because we're not dating, but we totally kind of fucking are because he keeps calling them dates. Being asked out on a date was nerve-wracking enough, but this was something else entirely. I know, what kind of man asks you out on a dinner date and then is like, but let me dress you up first. I mean, your gay boyfriend, absolutely, but, like, most straight men aren't going to do that. Which, maybe we need more bisexual men out there. So, like, dress me up and then take me to dinner and then want to kiss me later. You know, I'm just saying.
As long as I have that to look forward to, I know I can keep working hard.
Doubt pooled in me. Would a date with me really feel like a reward to him? Shh. Don't be a Debbie Downer. The man's telling you it would. I mean, think about it the reverse. a date with him would be something to look forward to, and I know that we don't think of ourselves as highly as we think of him, but he clearly thinks of us that way, so, like, we'll just take it. I mean, I can't blame her for being like, is that really? Because, like, he seems a little crazy, but okay. Listen, if a date with me is really gonna fix everything, awesome. I get her hesitance on believing him and being like, is he crazy? I think he might be crazy. But, like, just accept it. Because it's nice while it lasts, you know what I mean? But when I accepted his invitation, Yoshioka looked so happy that all my hesitations flew out the window. And he's the one that's faking it. No, but you know what I mean? Like, this is the guy in reality who'd be like, oh, no, everything. Oh, my princess, and saying all this and acting like this, and he'd be scamming you big time. You sure you're not already dating? See, even Oe is like, fucking figure it out! And, like, the rest of us. Oe is the game, and all of us. The next day, I was working for Mystario. I filled Oe in on the latest developments with Yoshioka, and she seemed baffled. Eating dinner with you is a reward for him? It sounds to me like he's already smitten. He's been smitten since we were like 8. Are you sure nothing happened when you went to his place? Oe's eyes burned into me, but I quickly reiterated that nothing happened. You mean a guy like him invited a woman over and nothing happened? Impossible. Back me up, Ko. I'm pretty fucking sure I was there. Like, a guy like him invited you over and nothing happened? Bullshit. Were you there? No. Right. Shut your fucking mouth. Men. You know what, Saltame? I like you, but don't pull this bullshit. Where you were like, there is a woman in the room who was at this event, but I don't believe her because there's no way. I was there. Were you there? No, then shut your mouth. I was there, but listen to me. What the fuck? What an ass. He's just jealous. Look at him. He's got his jealous bitch face on. Please don't get me involved. I really don't care. Also a correct answer, Kohei. I didn't notice when they walked in, but apparently they'd have been here long enough to weigh in. Well, maybe he isn't making a move because he doesn't see her that way. He's just not that into you. I'm pretty sure he is. Well, he's not that into me yet. And I meant that literally as in sex, but... Yeah, right. Yoshioka's the shining prince after all. He's probably interacting with models and stuff all the time. To him, Amasawa could be like a cute puppy or something. Says the Labradoodle! I am not... The audacity! I'm not sure if I'm offended or I find this hilarious. That the Labradoodle is calling us a cute puppy. Fucking really? Their rude assessment made me bristle, but I had no response. I do like how douchey they're being in this, like, just... Because, I mean, it's not, like, unfounded and they're not being total assholes, but they're just being like, yeah, okay, whatever, he's just not interested in you, and you're just adorable, he's probably banging models, and it's like, you know, that is so rude. So fucking rude. And she already is like, am I good enough for him? And they're like, no. So fucking rude. What if he was just mooning over me while he was still excited about reuniting? He said he was attracted to me, but he could be biased because of our childhood. He could get tired of me. You see, she already has issues. I don't need to fucking fan the flames over here. Jesus. Then the day of our date arrived. Oh, Bird, you have so many pin feathers. I want to get them out, though. Oh, he's like, pet me, and then I'm like, I can feel the pin feathers, and I just want to get them. But he gets mad when I do. Welcome, Mr. Yoshioka. We just received some new arrivals. Would you care to take a look? Why is he going to the boutique store all the time? Oh my god, look at his little suit with his dapper vest. Stop it. You're my favorite now. Okay, I mean, that's not really true because Kobase's got glasses, and that's really a sell. But you've got a fucking vest on! Oh! You're like wearing a full-on three-piece. I love it. Oh, stop it. A man in a vest.
Well, thank you, but I'm actually here to pick out an outfit for her today.
Oh, okay, so it's like a men's and women's boutique thing, because they're like, oh, we got some new stuff for you. Oh, look at you, fashion savvy.
We're heading to a French restaurant later today. Do you have any recommendations?
Absolutely, I'll bring some options right away, so please wait here. Yoshioka brought me to a boutique that had a simple yet refined interior. I noticed nothing had a price tag. That means you can't afford it. Here are some varied designs that suit different occasions. If this is a business meeting, I'd recommend a jacket style. Casual, elegant looks with chiffon fabric are also quite popular right now.
We're having a private outing today, so there won't be any need for suits.
With a single word from Yoshioka, a few of the outfits that had been prepared were immediately whisked away. What remained were a few soft-looking chiffon fabric dresses. All of them were beautiful, however they all seemed much more formal than the restaurant called for. She's in her prime, so how about we go with a brighter color? Were you telling me because I'm fucking over the hill I can't— Fuck you! I'm gonna pause for a minute, I'm gonna go put on everything fucking neon, right, that I own, so they could see me from fucking space. How dare you? Wear whatever you want, kids.
Well then, how about this one?
He picked out a dress and held it out to me. It was an excellent choice, so I happily took it to try it on. Because it's kind of like being like, oh, you can't wear leopard print past a certain age, or oh, dress your age. Bullshit. And like, what? So I'm young, so I should be wearing bright colors. I can't wear a black dress. You can wear a little black dress whenever you want. And if you want to wear goddamn neon yellow, fucking do it. You want to look like a traffic cone? Be a traffic cone, Grandma. Do whatever the fuck. If you have trouble pulling up the zipper on the back, please let us know. Take your time. The dressing room was adorned with a large mirror and soft carpets. Somehow I could almost feel how expensive the dress was. Yeah, because they ain't got no fancy fluffy carpets in normal dressing rooms with shit that normal people can afford. Trying it on felt like wandering into a completely unknown world. It was as if it transformed me into something new, like it was the one wearing me. It wasn't a particularly long or short, and the overall design wasn't flashy. It was graceful, even regal. I couldn't help feeling like this gorgeous dress was out of my league. And so is the man that you're going to be dating. Ma'am, how is it? They responded by opening the door. Oh my, it suits you perfectly. Try these shoes on. She placed an unfamiliar pair of pumps on the floor for me to step into. I wondered if Yoshioka picked those out to match the dress. The fact that the man can match the shoes to the dress is impressive, though. I slid into them and returned to the store floor. Yoshioka was immediately at my side.
Well, just as I thought. You look absolutely dazzling in this color.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I like to dress myself, but, like, they do this occasionally where it's like, your boyfriend is dressing you up in these games, and I'm not begrudging that, because that is still ridiculously sexy. Like, I will be your Barbie doll, you can dress me up. Like, okay, yeah. Again, as long as you're not begrudging my own style and you're not like, no, I choose what you wear all the time. You're not going to be controlling like that. But if you're like, let me take you out and get you a nice pretty dress and let me pick, and you're like, all right, we can play dress up once in a while. Hell, you can go in my closet and play dress up. Let's do it. Because I like playing dress up, so this is kind of fun. Not gonna lie.
Well, those shoes match well with the dress. I tried to pick ones where the heels weren't too high. Are they comfortable?
After taking a few experimental steps, I told him they were excellent.
That's good to hear. If you like everything, how about we just go out with this?
I hesitated. I wanted to keep the outfit. The dress and shoes were both wonderful, but I had no idea what they cost.
What's wrong? If you don't like it, you're free to try on other dresses.
I shook my head. I gathered my courage and asked him about the price. You're like, I don't think I can afford this. He's like gonna laugh at you.
Oh, don't worry about the bill. They always send me an invoice at the end of the month.
I mean, he's not, this is, although at the same time, this is one of those like, oh man, you know, in the real world, I bought you dinner, so you should put out. This man bought you dinner and a really expensive dress and shoes, so like, you better put out. I'm just kidding. The best part of this, you know what? The best part of this is, you know, the people who are writing this are like, you know what, you know, men are like the whole, I bought her dinner and the bitch didn't even give me a blowjob or whatever. And it's like, so he's going to go to a really expensive restaurant and buy her an expensive dress and shoes And he's going to open the door for her, close the door and put her seatbelt on and carry her into the restaurant. And then he's just not even going to expect a kiss at the door. Not even. That's it. He's just going to be thrilled to be in her company. And that's really sad that that's every woman's dream. Like a man who's nice and doesn't expect anything in return. Just wants to be nice just because it makes him happy. What the fuck? Imagination. I know there are men like that out there, but they're few and far between, let's be honest. You know what I mean? They're also just quietly sitting there, you know, probably married, and the loud vocal majority, or minority, I guess, are the douche canoes. They're just all the ones that have microphones, and have podcasts. So they're the ones that we're stuck listening to. And it's like, why are they the ones that we listen to? We're the decent... Can the 5 decent guys standing next to the one asshole actually, like, just push that guy off a cliff so we don't have to listen to him anymore? You know, it would just help. Anyway. I looked at the employee in disbelief to confirm, and she just smiled back as if this were the norm. There was no reason for him to buy me such an expensive-looking dress. Hey, he does it for all of his dates, you know. Every Tuesday. I'm just kidding. Despite my insistence on paying for it.
Seeing you enjoy a present will make me happy, too. Would you take that gift away?
You know, it's this kind of manipulation, though. There is something almost... Like, I want to be like, why? I just want to trust him 100% and then be like, me buying you a gift makes me happy. But it's just... It's the conditioning that we all have had, that you're like, I don't trust this. This is going to come back to bite me in the ass. And not in a fun way. It's going to... You know what I mean? But yet, you know, that surface level, he's probably legitimate. He's not going to be like, I bought you a dress. You know what I mean? It's literally like, no, I want to buy you a dress. Like, it's plain and simple, and his motivations are 100% pure and innocent and vanilla. You know what I mean? But you're still like, nah, something's going to give. Nah, he can't be this nice. It's really sad. I can't take him at face value because of, like, social conditioning. Like, I'm sorry. Oh. Yoshioka could be very persuasive when he wanted to be. Which, I mean... But I told him that in exchange, I'd get him a gift next time.
I enjoy doing things like this for you. Let me enjoy this as well. Isn't it a win for both of us? But very well. If you insist, I'll let you treat me next time. I'm looking forward to it already.
I was glad he accepted my offer. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you again soon. In the end, I never found out how much the dress cost. Yoshioka escorted me out of the shop right away. With the new outfit making me shine, I felt like a true princess. The thing is like, but it also could be too, because like you're just so used to people who are like, no, I'll buy you a dress and I buy you fancy meals and I like doing that. And it's like, I bought her all of this shit and now we're getting divorced. And then it becomes a competition of all the things they have done for you and not an actual legitimate, the way it should be in a partnership or relationship where like, you're not keeping score. He likes buying us gifts like that and like, okay, I'll take the gifts. It makes you happy seeing me happy. And then you give little acts of love like petting his head or being there to support him. And even if it's not monetary, it's something else. You're doing a give and take. Like, he doesn't mind spending money and buying you a gift. And you're repaying it in other ways. But it'll always come down to, like, the bitter, nasty things. And then, like, when the nastiness happens, then it's, here's the stack of all the money I spent on you. And you're like, oh my God. And I'm not saying he's like that, but it's like you're just conditioned to be used to this shit. And to think that somebody who's trying to, like, be nice and shower you with gifts is like, what do you want? Do you want my bank details or some shit? Are you, like, trying to scam me? Like, what? You know what I mean? Or like, oh, you're going to hold this over my head. And it's like, that's just, like, fucked up. So, like, I can't just take him at face value. I'm like, this is going to come, like, is he just going to be nice the whole time? And I feel bad for him. And maybe he's going to be a shady bastard because somebody has to be. Somebody's got to be shady. Somebody's got to be a little dark. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe everybody's kind of wholesome. But, like, is he really going to be 100% wholesome? I mean, to be fair, he's not really 100% wholesome because then he gets a little spicy. You're like, look, you're so vanilla and you golf and everything is now you're getting saucy, sir, fondling me up and stroking me every which way and then you get all cute and adorable and embarrassed when I moan. You know what I mean? So like, what? There are some chili peppers in the vanilla ice cream. You just don't see them there, and he's just a lot of vanilla ice cream. And every once in a while you hit that spice. I'm just waiting to find that like all of them sunk to the bottom, you know? And then like we get toward later in the route and you're like, holy shit, what is happening? I don't know what's going to go on, but anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.